All right, so we're going to try a couple of basic things about guitar. First of all, how to hold the pick. This is supposed to be an extension of your fingernail. If you dropped your pick and you start to strum, you'd use your fingernail. So this is going to be just a little further out from that. We want to strum down, brush up, brush down, and brush up. So I want to do a couple of different things. I want to first show you some of the basic chords. So there's a couple of chords that we're going to focus on. First one, let's start with the G. Now what we're looking for is our fingers are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Strings are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 being the fattest of the strings. The strings are E, A, D, G, B, and then E again. So these are octaves of each other. So we're going to take a look at the first chord, which is a G. Okay, how we do that is we're going to use our second finger on the 3rd fret. We're going to put right on the top of our fingers, right there. So not on the soft pad, but right on the more of the part that really hurts a lot to put it right on the string. And put it right on top, 3rd fret on the 6th string. We're going to put our first finger on the 2nd fret, which is the A string, and then we should get this. Next, we're going to put our 3rd and 4th finger on the 3rd fret on the 1st and 2nd string. So our 4th finger is on the 1st string, and then our 3rd finger is on the 2nd string. So we should be getting this kind of a formation. A good way to memorize this is to think about what shape you actually see. That'll help. Notice that your 2nd finger, 3rd finger, and 4th finger are all on the same fret. So when you strum all the notes. If you hear something like a weird buzz like this, that means that you're not pushing down hard enough. So we can do that by going and making sure our tips of our fingers are right on the top of the strings, and we're not getting any fret buzz. Fret buzz that's fret buzz. So when we get right in between the frets, we can really hear the chord. You can apply pressure from your thumb on the back, so you're squeezing. So that's where I'm anchoring it. So it's basically like I'm going like this to go and get my leverage on the chord. Notice that my arm is straight in this way. I'm not breaking my wrist like this. So this is what we're trying to do. This is the shape that you're trying to go and create when you go here. So that'll help you with hurting yourself. Right? Can't see my thumb over here? That's what we're trying to go for. So if we strum this a few times, we're looking at, and that's a G chord right there. Now the things that we want to notice when we start strumming, this is a quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we were to stroke up as well, we're doing the opposite. So that would be the other beat. So this would make this an 8th note. So it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So that's how we would strum. Notice how my elbow is moving the entire way. It's not just here on my wrist, it's the entire way when you go and play a chord. So that's what we're looking to go and do. That's what a G chord will look like. Let's run through a few other ones really quickly. Next one's an E chord. E looks like this. So you take your 2nd and 3rd finger, and you're going to put those right on top of each other on the A string and D string on the 2nd fret, right on top of each other. Take your 1st finger, and you're going to put that on the, when you do that, you're going to put that right onto the G string, which is on the 1st fret. G string is the 3rd string. So we should be sounding like this. We strum all of the notes at the same time. That's an E major. If I don't say that it's a major or a minor, and I just say E, it means it's a major. Cool, looking at that. Take a look at this next chord. We're going to look at a C. A C looks like this. Now, this one might be one of the more complicated chords you have to learn, but all these chords are very important. This one should kind of feel like a little bit of a staircase. You're looking to lead with your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the A string. Next finger is going to be your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, and that's going to be on the D string. And then your 1st finger is going to be on the B string on the 1st fret. And you're going to strum all the way Some diagrams you'll see people not play the top string. That is horse crap. And the reason why is because one of the rules in guitar is if you can play the same note somewhere else, for example, this is an E, this is also an E. So if you can play this E, I can play the other E. The same, either way it goes. So you don't want to go here, you want to go all the way, because two E's are vibrating. So just always remember to go in, if you can remember that rule as you're going on. Again, this is a C. I see stairs. That's how I can remember the shape, you know, because the shape's going to be a little bit of an awkward position. Again, we're going to have another string, another chord we're going to focus on. This chord is called the A. And so what you can do, there's two ways you can do this. And you're going to want to use them differently based on your situation. You're going to put all three of your fingers, your second finger, third finger, and fourth finger in a row. And you're going to put it on the second fret. All these are on the second fret, starting on the D string, G string, and B string. All the way across. There's also a thing called a lazy man A, which is just putting your finger all the way across. You're going to want to know how to do both of these. Is one stronger than the other? No, by no means. It's the reason why we want to know both is based on what's the chord before it or after it. You're going to want to change the way you play chords from time to time, but for right now, I want you to learn it this way. If my next note is going to be something like a walk, maybe something like here, then probably be smart for me to use the lazy man A. Make sense? If my notes are going to be, it makes sense to use the other A because I'm moving this direction. So in this case, we're going to do that one for right now. All right? Okay. And then of course we've got the D chord. We want to make sure we've got this one as well. The D, to me, looks like a pyramid. You don't hit the top one, but if you do, it's not a big deal because it's still in key. So, now how we do this one, first finger is going to be on the second fret on the G string. Your third finger is going to be on the third fret, and that will be on the B string. Second finger is going to be on the second fret, and that's on the high E string. So you get this sound. And that's what we're looking for. You can remember these chords because they spell CAGED. C, A, G, E, D. You're going to want to practice moving between these all the time. These 5 chords here are some of the building blocks for guitar. Honestly, guitar is not as hard as it seems if you have the right building blocks. Instead of memorizing every shape, memorize these ones, and this will help you significantly as you go and learn. Hurrah!